Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to the Sweetwater Minute. I'm on the road this week, so I've got a special guest interviewer standing in for me, my good friend Thad Tegmeyer. Thad's going to be talking with Bob Taylor from Taylor Guitars. Take it away, Thad.
Hi, I'm Thad Tegmeyer from Sweetwater Sound. I'm the retail store manager here at Sweetwater headquarters. And today we have a very special guest with us, the founder and CEO of Taylor Guitars, Bob Taylor. Bob, welcome.
Hey, Thad. Thanks for having me.
Hey, we're really excited to have you here.
Yeah, your store's unbelievable.
Thank you very much. You're in the building specifically for the road show that's going on tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about what that's about and what Taylor hopes to achieve with this road show?
Yeah, road shows are cool. We do them around the country. We like to come to local independent dealers and have a chance to get out the guitars, get them out, get the guitars you got in stock, and then we bring some special guitars too. I've got a product specialist that can play tonight, Wayne Johnson, incredible player. I'm here tonight. I don't do a lot of them. Do a few each year. We do 200 road shows in a year. And what we do is we can go through the tones. The guitars have tones in these shapes. Different shapes have different tones. Different woods have different tones. We find that customers love to come and talk about, how do I choose that next guitar? You know, it's like there's so many of them. How do I narrow it down? We help people narrow it down.
Absolutely.
You know,
great. Well, we've always had very successful road shows in their past, and I know it's going to be a great night with you here tonight.
It's going to be fun. I always look forward to it.
As far as building goes, what got you started in building guitars to begin with? I mean, what started this whole Taylor thing, which is now how many years?
36 years in October.
36 years, wow.
Well, I was a kid. I needed a guitar. I was good at building stuff. You know, I was a wood shop, metal shop nerd. And I'm telling you, I made everything I owned. And it came time to buy a 12-string guitar. I was a junior in high school. And I thought, you know what, I could make a guitar in wood shop. And I did. Wow. And I made, in junior high, not in junior high, as a junior in school, so my 11th, 12th grade, I made 3 guitars and a banjo in those 2 years in wood shop. In the middle of that, I just got I fell in love with the whole process. I thought, I have to do this. Wow. This is what I have to do. So I started small. My partner and I partnered up and we went at it.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're making 500 guitars a day now.
Amazing.
So it's from that to this, you know, and we've been really fortunate. It's been great.
Wow. Do you still have any of those original guitars that you built?
Yeah, I have one of the guitars I made in high school. It's awesome.
Is that right?
Yeah. And I mean, that guitar's inlaid up and down the neck with abalone shell, and I dove for the abalone and off the...
And you used a CNC machine back then, correct?
Oh yeah, I had one in my bedroom.
So speaking of building, and you certainly are known as an innovator in the guitar industry, and you've put those unique innovations into your building. Kind of explain a little bit, probably one of the most unique features about the Taylor is the neck to body joint. Can you explain that to us a little bit?
You bet. You know, if you look at a neck, if you look at our neck, it looks kind of like any other guitar, but it's radically different. This neck goes inside a pocket in here, and this fingerboard sets down into a pocket. There's wood underneath there. One of the problems with guitars, with acoustic guitars, flat top steel string acoustics, is the necks do this. They kind of bend up like that. Or maybe they're bent too far back and there's a little bit of relief here and you get this, people call it a hump at the 14th fret.
Heard that, yep.
This part of the guitar can sink in, it breathes. So all of this is breathing, and literally what I'm going to say a fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth of this neck isn't even on the neck. It's up here on this body that's breathing. Well, I began thinking about that early on. How can I make a guitar not be such a service problem, kind of a problem to own? Because a lot of times it would be typical, people would get an acoustic guitar. It's great when it's new, 5 years, 10 years, 4 years, 13 years, one hot day in your car later. Your guitar doesn't play like it used to play, and now you're $500, $600 worth of repair bills with someone who really knows what they're doing to get it good. With this neck, I can reach inside, I can have the neck off in 2 minutes. We can change the angle and set it back up, put it back on in 3 more minutes, and you're back in business. So repairmen love it, owners love it. We've eliminated all of those issues that have to do with guitars, the way that they've been built for 140 40 years. And it took, you mentioned the CNC stuff, it took that type of equipment to be able to do it. It's not something that we could have made pre-modern tools because this neck is inlaid into this guitar and you can't even see the inlay line.
Right, you can't. It's seamless.
Yeah, it's totally seamless. So it takes pinpoint, high-tech equipment to do those particular parts of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So not only does it extend the life of the instrument potentially, but one of the things that I think is a standout with Taylor guitars is that the playability is incredible with these guitars right out of the box. Does that also lend to that?
Yeah, it's amazing. We get that neck angle right. All the geometry of this guitar is built. We laugh at the factory because we go, the accuracy that we're achieving, right? We'll sit down and have a quality control argument and I'll go, guys, do you realize we've just been arguing over 3/1000ths of an inch for the last hour, whether it's 2/1000ths or 3/1000ths, and we're talking about wood? But we've brought a lot of that to that level. So our bridges are the same height. Our saddles are the same height. Typically the way a guitar's made in a guitar factory is you put the neck to the body and it is what it is.
Right.
And then you put a straight edge on here and then there's a pile of bridges. They're all different heights. And people find the bridge in the factory that fits that gap. They put a thicker or thinner bridge on, they go from there. So every guitar starts out inconsistent. With ours, the bridge is the same height, the saddle's the same height, the neck is the same angle, and those adjustments are all made. They're just set. All of this geometry, it's not just the neck, it's the geometry of the top. That right there is why they come in, and a store can open a box, and it's like, here's another good playing guitar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Taylor is known for many things, but they're really known for great performance guitars. And I think a lot of that's got to do with your electronic system in these guitars called the Expression System. Can you kind of explain where that idea came from and what it's really all about and how it's unique from the other electronic systems we see out there?
Okay. There came a point that our business grew to a size that we felt that we could that we could actually take over the design and the manufacturing of the pickups ourselves. That there was enough volume there for us to do it. And it was kind of a liberating moment for us because we thought, now we don't really have to depend on somebody else to do something. And we can put that in this thing that we're always thinking about. You guys, I think, can relate because I look at your store and you have all these nooks and crannies where it's like, hey, we have our studio, hey, we have a fitness center. I mean, here's our store, here's our, you know what I mean? Where you go, we can do that ourselves for us. And it's that same kind of feeling that we got that we can do this for ourselves. So we got what we needed as far as resources, and we began to develop. And soon what we found out is that the piezo as a backbone for a pickup system could be improved upon. And really, we asked Rupert Neve if he would come help us, and he did. And you know what? That was a joyous, wonderful time in our life because he taught us the secrets of transformers and magnetics.
Wow.
You know, and when you're selling a lot of gear like Sweetwater sells, you know that transformers are the thing.
Yep, absolutely.
And magnets are the thing.
Yes.
I mean, it is the pathway to high fidelity sound.
Absolutely.
It really, really is. And he taught us that. And through that, we came up with our first system. And our idea was if we can use, a lot of people think magnetic on an acoustic guitar, how could that possibly work? Well, there are other magnetic pickups that you might not be thinking about, like a microphone, you know? How about a phonograph needle? It's a magnetic pickup. So magnetic pickups can sound acoustic. You just have to figure out the design of that. We invented a body sensor that fits in here, and it's an accelerometer. It sticks to the guitar and it shakes the magnet inside ferrofluid. It's really pretty low tech yet high tech at the same time, using really modern stuff. And there's a pickup that fits in here, and then the rest of it is circuitry. Nice, good, discrete circuitry with notch filters and quality components. And this has been a pretty good run. We're 7 years into it, I believe, and conceptually, and sometimes I talk in terms of concepts because I think if people can hear, well, what's he after? Where's he trying to go with this? Then it's easier to understand. Here's what I felt. 40 years, piezo had been tweaked to within an inch of its life, and it wasn't getting any better. And I'm like, I need to start over with another source, magnetics, and then let's start tweaking it to within an inch of its life. We've done 3 major tweaks, and it's gotten better 3 times in major ways. And so it doesn't feed back. We came up with we took all the stuff out of the side, came up with, I think, knobs on guitars are legitimate if they're discreet and they look nice. We split where the battery goes, because we had big heavy batteries up here.
Yep.
So the battery's happening right back here. You pull this door out, 9 volt, pop a new one back in. The balance is split. You don't feel heavy up there, because underneath all this is an acoustic guitar. And we want it to remain an acoustic guitar. And we don't want it to get obsolete on you. So we've also developed an upgrade path. Every time we do something, it's important to us to leave it on the same platform so somebody can upgrade if they decide to. So that's the expression system. It works great. It's kind of your sound louder, you know, and it works nice.
Well, it certainly is a brilliant system, and it performs beautifully.
Thank you very much.
Well, Bob, it's been a pleasure having you here. I always like to say that a guitar has to fulfill 3 criteria.
Yeah.
It has to look great, play great, and sound great.
Yeah.
Your guitars definitely do all 3 of those for the owner. I can tell you that for sure. It's been a pleasure having you here. I'm looking forward to the road show tonight. I know it's going to be a great time and everybody's going to enjoy it. So thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, Thad. I really appreciate being here.
Thank
and it's
you.
not very often I have to look that direction when I'm shaking someone's hand, but with you I do. I like that, man.
Great.
I'd like to thank Thad Tegmeyer for standing in for me here at the Sweetwater Minute, and also thank Bob Taylor for taking his time to talk with us. I'm Mitch Gallagher. Thanks for joining us for the Sweetwater Minute.